here's the thing, okay, on the fight against galamsey and illegal small-scale mining. We have put up a PR job. And for the PR job, let me give the state 1 out of 10 for the PR job. The rest of the issues, the reality of what we are supposed to be fighting, has been left out. Are you telling me?
Kindly let the microphone be a bit closer to your
Are you telling me that in these recent times that the media started going to galamsey sites and all those things, that was when, you know, the illegal miners moved to their excavators and the rest of that place? No. They've been there the whole time. When the media's attention was on different things, free SHS, meningitis in schools, all those issues, while the media's attention was on different things, the mining was going on. But guess who knew it was going on? The state apparatus, our government. Because the government gets situational reports from every constituency every now and then. So they know what was going on. So they did nothing about it. They waited until the media cameras went there. But since the PR, for which they've gotten the 1 out of 10, is what they are interested in, they jump to that bandwagon again and start touring the places and then saying they've set up task force and all those things. And when they set up the task force, what was happening with the task force? We saw videos, members of the task force were the ones giving lead to the miners to go to the site and carry out these activities. And they were starting work before they were processing licenses to them. If I make you start work before I process license to you, it's a farce. Because I'm not going to assess any situation to give the reality of whether or not you are supposed to do that over there. Because you've already started. So the fight against galamsey is the worst, you know, scam on a public scale that we have put up in Ghana. And for the consequences and all that, I don't need to belabor it. My very smart colleagues have already outlined them. But what are we doing now, which is a great crime against the Republic? Our state is arresting small boys and putting them in jail to cover up for the activities of people they know full well are the ones doing it. How can people my age, young, in remote areas of this country, afford earth-moving equipment, excavators that they use to carry out these activities? But we see excavators on the site. This is not small-scale mining. Let's stop calling it small-scale mining. How is it small-scale mining when heavy earth-moving equipment are on the site? It is not small-scale mining. Then to point 2, we can't belabor the issues, knowing full well that the solutions are with us without saying them. What do we need to do to stop galamsey? Let's tell our people the truth. When the president is lying, let's tell him respectfully, Mr. President, you are lying. The pastors who go to galamsey sites, they are the worst embarrassment to this republic. How do
but
you
they are suggesting a solution.
I'm coming. Yes,
there should be a ban on all forms of small-scale mining in the country.
I'm coming there. The pastors in this country, they should start telling our state officials the truth. And they should stop putting up the worst scam than even the state is putting up. How can prayer stop galamsey? Are we crazy? How can prayer stop galamsey? And we saw very dignified men of God praying at galamsey sites. Instead of calling Mr. President and saying, Mr. President, respectfully, you are not doing what you're supposed to do. We know the people that we have officially licensed to mine in Ghana. Don't we know them? Militarize their sites. Protect those areas. Go for anyone else who is not supposed to. How hard is that? We have our military. We are not at war. So we have enough men to put to the field to do this. So if we are not doing this, and the earth-moving equipments are there, bought by people known by our politicians, and then we go pick on small boys and put them in jail to cover up for them, we are committing a crime.
The same politicians are saying that...
We are committing a crime.
The same politicians are telling us, you and I, that there are bigger hands who are the top and are manipulating how things go on these mining sites. And they've not been able, as we speak now, to fish them out. Who is the biggest hand in this republic? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He's the president, right? What bigger hands can prevent him from deploying military, protect the areas we have licensed, arrest, and jail anyone else? But that's what you're doing with the reignition of Operation House 2. That is not what they are doing, and let me tell you why. You go to the site, pick up a small boy you see in the pit, and I'll talk about why those boys are in the pits in the first place in the latter conversation if we move on. Pick up small boys who our situations are put in a pit in galamsey. Then you pick them up from the pits and throw them in jail.
the equipment, the excavators, are still on the site. The one behind, moving the chest on the board, is still at large. And there are so many, young, unemployed, hungry, and suffering people in this country. That person behind, moving the chest, will get more of them again and throw them back to the pit after you leave. How about you trace the excavator? Who licensed it? How did it move to that side? How about you trace the gold, the money? Who buys the gold that comes from those operations? Who sells it to them? How about you do that? And are you telling me our investigative bodies, the national security apparatus, the president himself, and all that, are incapable of doing this? If they are incapable of doing this, then let's disband the fight against galamsey. Let's declare the mineral resources in this country for everyone, so that I can also go to China. I've been there once, made some friends. I can just go bring them, so that they give me excavators and I also go and buy. Let's declare it that way, so that we do that. But if we say that the mineral resources are still vested in the president, and this is the fuss he puts up, protects those who are the real culprits, and then come and arrest young people my age and throw into jail to cover up for it, then we are putting up a fuss. Let's be honest with ourselves. That is it.